Solution is to know the nature of the self, to realize and recognize our own self, to reach the state of enlightenment. Reaching the state of enlightenment is not meant only for Gautam Buddha. It is not meant only for few Mahatmas. It is meant for everyone. Just like hunger, everyone experiences, and food is meant for all of us. Not that food is meant only for few people. Unfortunately, that hunger to gain that state of enlightenment is not felt intensely, or it is not recognized, but it is there. And only by gaining that state of enlightenment, we will be fully satisfied. Therefore, in Gita, Bhagavan reveals through all these shlokas the nature of the eternal self. Also, he says that yad jnatva neha bhuyonyata jnatavyam avashishyate. Having known this self, nothing more remains to be known. So all the confusion of the mind also settles down. And about happiness also Bhagavan says, having gained this happiness, even the mighty sorrow will not disturb us. Yasmin stito na dukkhena gurunapi vichalyate. Even the mighty sorrows or the things which might have caused sorrow doesn't bother, doesn't disturb this person, becomes free of all grief. So this is the second topic. The nature of the self is revealed. But one has to know how to reach this state of enlightenment. So problem is there, and solution is to gain that state of enlightenment, to get enlightened. But how? That is $1 million question. How? That how is revealed in the third portion of this second chapter, which is called yoga. So yoga is a method which reveals us the technique of moving from our present state to the state of enlightenment. Very systematically, very scientifically, it is revealed that where we are now and how we can reach the state of enlightenment is step by step revealed through this technique. So starting from the path of Karma Yoga, slowly taking us to various stages of Upasana, then to the stage of knowledge, and to the stage of meditation, and finally that state of realization, nirvikalpa samadhi, wherein one comes to recognize ourselves as we are. So, is it that is the end? After recognizing ourselves, what happens? We become like space? What happens? What happens to that realized person? What happens to the realized master? Is it that they just disappear out in space? Or is it that there is the body still functions, that personality still functions? Is there some interaction? So this is a great question which comes in the mind, that what is the nature of this realization? What is the nature of enlightenment? What is the nature of those who have attained the state of enlightenment? This should be understood very clearly. It has got nothing to do with the outer dress. It has got nothing to do with the outer situation or personality. It's something very subtle. So the nature of this enlightened person is revealed in the remaining portion of the second chapter. The last 18 verses talks about the nature of a realized master, the Sthita Prajna. And that concludes the topic. A Sthita Prajna remains, an enlightened person remains in the world, means the body is seen, remains in the world, interacts with the world, but from a different level altogether, from a totally different level. It is so different. It's like it's like the ancient typewriters which we used to have, and the modern computers. This is a very gross example. It's like he or she goes into a different paradigm, different level altogether. So the way the person responds to the world, responds to the various situations is totally different. So Arjuna asks Bhagavan Krishna that please tell me about them. What is the nature of this realized master? How do they move about in this world? How do they walk? How do they talk? How do they sit? How do they interact with the world? Please tell me. And that is the description given then by Krishna, Bhagavan Shri Krishna. So we had seen last time till verse number 37, wherein Bhagavan tries to convince Arjuna by giving the worldly reasons, saying that, hey Arjuna, you fight this war, because either way it is a win-win situation. If you fight, two things may happen. One is that you will win the war, and another is that you will die. In the sense the body will fall down dead. Either way, it doesn't make any difference. If you die, that jiva continues, you will go to Swarga, because you are following the path of dharma only. So you will go to Swarga, you will remain there, come back, again continue with your journey. So hato va prapsyasi swargam, and jitva va bhokshase mahim. And if you win, then you can be the ruler of this kingdom. So from this worldly standpoint also, there is no harm. You fight. Tasmad uttishtha kaunteya yuddhaya kritanishchayaha. Therefore stand up and fight this war with firm determination. Once that becomes clear, once our duty becomes clear, here war is a duty of Arjuna. So first we have to determine our duty, and once that becomes clear, then the second question is how to perform these duties. So our spiritual journey begins by recognizing our duty, which is nothing but our responsibility with respect to this body, with respect to being an individual. Recognizing our responsibility and performing this or fulfilling this responsibility with such an attitude that attitude becomes our sadhana, which helps us to reach the state of enlightenment. So after revealing the importance of performing his duty to Arjuna, which happened to be the war here, though his nature is Satchid Ananda, but now he is identified with the body, identified with the personality. So in order to release oneself from this identification, we have to start by considering that identification and handling it in such a way that slowly we become free of that bondage. It's like you want to catch a train and it is moving. So first you have to run on the platform with the same direction and same speed as that of the train. It's moving slowly. So you also move. And then you just jump into the train. Similarly, in the beginning, it is required for us to understand our personality, relative personality, with respect to our body, with respect to our mind, with respect to our intellect, and assuming that personality or understanding that personality, there are certain responsibilities which are called the duties, and those duties, when we perform with a particular attitude, then that becomes our sadhana. Just performing duties is not called spiritual sadhana. It's the attitude which is very important. Many people say, oh, I am doing my duties. First of all, you might not understand the nature of your duty if your nature of the self or the holistic understanding of life is not known, if it is not grasped. We will not know exactly what I have to do. It's like a big, huge, like a football ground is there, or a football game is going on. Then each player has got his own place where they are stationed. Some is in the forward and back and all those things, and middle and goalkeeper and all those. So they are placed in different strategic position. And there they have to keep on moving and doing their own duty. That fellow should not come and stand here near the goalkeeper and start chatting with him. Why are you chatting? The ball wahan gaya hai. So I thought, let me just... No, you have to stay in your position and perform that. So they have to understand, because it's a teamwork, they have to understand what are the other team members are doing and what exactly is my role in this team, and accordingly perform. Similarly, duty is a teamwork. Responsibility is a teamwork. We all human beings are a team. Not only human beings, but all animals, bird, plant are like a team. We have our own position. We have our own responsibilities. We have responsibility to take care of our own body, of our own family, of our own society. We have responsibility to create a harmony in this world so that all of us harmoniously strive to attain the final fulfillment of our life. So deep understanding is required, a holistic vision is required to comprehend what exactly is my duty. That topic will be taken up in detail later on in the 18th chapter, and all Bhagavan talks about it, and in between also he speaks. In the 3rd chapter also he will speak about it. But here, after making Arjuna realized that you, as a Kshatriya, your duty is to fight this righteous war. You can't run away from here. It's your responsibility. As a unit, as an individual, it's your responsibility. So you have to fulfill your responsibility. Not fulfilling our responsibility is called adharma. Creating disharmony is called adharma. See, sitting down on the ground, is it adharma? But if you are a player in the football match, and then it is the football game is going on, at that time sitting there is adharma only. You are not only spoiling yourself, but you are spoiling the entire team. The whole team will suffer because of your foolishness. Maybe that time you may think, no, it is my time for doing japa. So, मेरा वो टाइम है, बॉल आ गया आने दो, बॉल चले गया जाने दो. So that is not proper. Similarly, we have to understand our responsibility as an individual, as a member of a family, as a member of a society, as a member of our nation, as a member of our globe, as a member of this environment, as a part of the food chain or all these chains. It is our duty to take care of animals, birds, plants also. They are also part of our team. We can't neglect them. If they get eliminated, we will also get eliminated in time. If tigers get eliminated, ultimately it is our turn then. So it is our responsibility to take care of the society, of nature, duty. So that we will see the topic in detail when we come to it. But here, after making Arjuna realize that it is his responsibility, duty to fight this war, now Bhagavan begins the topic of how, what should be the attitude.